Okay. Hi, guys. So I'm going to give just a quick second for people to start popping on. I know that everything's a little bit different right now, and I'm genuinely sorry, like from the bottom of my heart, honestly. Um, it's been really wild over the last few days. Hey. So I'm going to be honest, I am streaming on 3 different platforms right now. All right. I have my new Facebook account right here because I have to use my laptop and I have to use my cell phone. So TikTok, if I lag, I'm genuinely sorry, but my other account, I'm locked out of it, right? Well, I'm not locked out of it, but I cannot stream live on my other platform that I was monetized on. So that's why all of this stuff has kind of happened. And I'm really sorry for everything that's happened, but I finally found like a loophole and I'm kind of running with that right now. But we are going to do seated cardio. I'm not going to charge you guys, and I apologize for everything that has transpired. But we're going to do it this way because I had to literally find a whole new way to do all of this. But I'm here. I'm keeping my word. Even though I'm no longer right now making money on the platform that I was making money on, it's kind of what's up. Let me see if I've got my stuff on. Nope, I don't. Okay. Hopefully you guys are still here. Anyways, so this is what I'm doing. But anyways, we are going to do Challenge Wednesday and all of that kind of fun stuff. So I hope that you guys are ready for that. Again, if there is at any point in time that there is any lag or any sort of issues, I am genuinely sorry. I am streaming on Nataushia Burke on the Blue F or Bookface, whatever you want to call it. That is on right now on my cell phone. And then I have on my iPad, which used to be Bookface, I now have TikTok. And then below that, I do have YouTube still going. So in the event you guys need to hop, you can hop. And I have shared this to my original Bookface page as well. But as I've said, like I can't go live on that account anymore. They have pulled everything from me. All I can do is post, comment, talk to y'all. That's it. And that means like back and forth via text. So I'm trying to make it work with the given circumstances. So thank you guys for being here. If y'all don't mind, just share for me. Especially if you're on this right here, please share this one so I can get all of this up. So hopefully I can get back to being monetized and making money again because that was my source of income. But anyways, we're going to start off tonight. Oh, I'm still on Modified Monday, y'all. I haven't even done my run through. I have absolutely been trying to get my new account like all the way up to par. But anyways, we are going to start off today with the seated jump rope. We're going to move into knee slicer or slam, tapsies, reach and step, jog, out and ups, under leg jacks, cross ankle taps, obliques, and battle ropes. That is what our routine is going to be. And I will go on ahead and let you guys know what is so different about today compared to all of the other days. It is Challenge Wednesday. So that means we're going to be doing each exercise for 1 minute with a 20-second breather in between each one. I love that, Susan. So you have been on my supplements now for 4 days and you have lost 8 pounds. I love that. I'm actually taking my miracle cocktail right now because I need my happy juice right now. Because I have been fighting tears. I have been stressed out because I lost my source of income because the Bookface decided to restrict my main account. So I'm just like, whatever. And a lot of you guys are asking me, like, why was I charging? I said I would always be free. And that was simply because I actually purchased Zoom. But I refunded those of you all that sent me the money to pay for your Zoom sessions. for today, I refunded everybody's money. So I'm just, whatever, doing the best that I can out here. But I am going to go on ahead and pull my YouTube down. I am going to hit the chairs. Well, I'm going to hit my chair. Happy fall, y'all. If y'all don't mind, just please share this. Y'all getting to see my kitty cat's litter box too, so y'all just going to have to deal with it. And then if you really didn't see over here, that would be my litter box as a grown-up. But anyways, here we go, guys. So with seated cardio, it's very important that you sit at the edge of your chair. You're going to try your best to keep your back off the back of your chair, okay? Let me move you guys over some. I don't like how that's looking. Hang on. Maybe that's a little better. That's a little more centered. Yeah. Sorry, guys. So sorry. All right. I love fall too. It is perfect. Good evening, Ruby. But anyways, I think I got it all fixed now. So what you're going to do is you're going to sit at the edge of your chair. You're going to focus on trying to keep your back off the back of your chair. But if you need to use the back of your chair, baby, that's fine, okay? Because when I first started to do seated cardio, I will let you know at my heaviest, I was over 500 pounds. So I will be showing modifications for every exercise that we have. But I had to use the back of my chair a lot in the beginning when I started to do seated cardio. But what we're going to do is we're going to focus on keeping our core tight. And everybody's always like, how do I keep my core tight? Have you ever taken a selfie and sucked your stomach in to look skinny? That's all I need you to do, babe. All right? So I'm going to go on ahead and track my workout. I do track mine under a high-intensity interval training. But let's say, for instance, y'all, we're in our exercise because we have the 10 exercises for 1 minute with a 20-second breather in between each one. Now, I understand if today is your first day and you've never done seated cardio, it may be challenging for you to finish a full minute of exercise. I'm just keeping it real because I've been there. I've been in the beginning stages. So with that being said, if you can't finish one of those, I'm going to show you 2 different options you can use. You can do seated quick feet, which is this right here. Or if you can't do that, what you can do instead is like a battle rope or even jacks. I actually am showing you 3. But let's say completing that exercise is too challenging. I understand. Do one of those or just do something to keep your heart rate up and elevated because that is the most important thing in seated cardio, okay? But our first exercise tonight is seated jump rope, all right? But if you can't do seated jump rope like this, guess what? Bounce on those tippy toes, babe. All right? So you're going to choose one of those options. I'm going to go on ahead and get this timer going. We have 1 minute seated jump rope starting now. Let's go. If y'all don't mind, please just hit that share button, especially if you're on my Bookface account. Because I'm literally having to rebuild everything from where they took everything away from me. So if y'all don't mind, please help your girl out. Now in doing seated cardio, it is kind of up to you. You can go at your own pace. You can do what you need to do, whatever you need to do. But I will say the quicker you move in these exercises, the more it's going to increase your heart rate, which in turn is going to burn more calories, okay? But I understand coming from over 500 pounds, maybe doing that is too challenging. So just take it slow, pace yourself, listen to your body, keep showing up and keep working out. And I promise it's going to get easier, okay? Let's go. Take that breather. Up next is knee slicer, but if you can't raise your knees, you can certainly slam. But if even going that low is a challenge, do this right here instead, okay? Now, I'm always going to show modifications because, again, I get the difficulty when we're just first starting out. So I got you, babe. Don't freak out. But we got 1 minute. Let's go. So knee slicer. Again, focusing on trying to keep that core nice and tight. But if you can't raise that knee, you're going to slam it out, okay? There we go. Perfect. Good job. Now remember, if that's still a challenge, you can do this right here. Great job. That's it. Good. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If y'all don't mind, just hit that share button if you haven't already. Thank you very much. I don't know why I was still slamming like that. I got so distracted. Take your breather, babe. So up next is our tap-sees. To do that, what you're going to do is down, out, up, in, down, out, up, in. Again, at your own pace. Now, you're going to see me in a second be like, there's no way I can do that. Yes, there is. Go at your own pace, get the exercise down, and then you can speed it up. You got this, babe. Trust me. I didn't lose over 280 pounds by doing nothing. You got to put in the work, and you got to show up. And you got this. We've got 1 minute. Tap-sees. Starting now. So remember, down, out, up, in. Down, out, up, in. You got it. Thank you so much, TikTok. I see y'all showing the love tonight. Perfect. Keep moving. Good job. Good job. Now, I do stream live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Thursday, on Bookface under Nataushia Burke, and then on TikTok and on YouTube. So let's get it. Almost there. And take that breather. Perfect. So up next is going to be our reach and step. Ooh. Or this. Y'all might see me going into that reach, because when I tell y'all my glutes and legs and thighs be burning with that step, I am not playing. Woo, Lord, I already feel it. Thank you for being here. Let's get it. We got reach and step. 1 minute. Let's go. Good. There we go. But listen, I thought that I was about to tap out on seated cardio whenever I lost my main platform that had over 288,000 followers. Like, I literally, for a second, thought about giving up. But you know what? I have came too far, and I'm not saying anything like that I'm better than anybody, but I have absolutely worked my butt off to get to where I'm at. So you know what? Where there is a will, there is a way. I might have to start from scratch all over again, but I know it's going to work out. God's got me. Absolutely. Now, step into challenge, reach, baby. Reach. Take that breather. We got seated jog up next, which is this, or pump, 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 pump. All right. Whew. All right, guys. We is almost there. Thank goodness for my miracle cocktail, because I need it today. Let's jog it out, babe. We got 1 minute. Seated jog. Starting now. Now, a lot of people also usually ask me, like, why do you do seated cardio? There's no way that that's a real exercise. Yes, it is. It's because guess what? I had lost around 200 pounds, injured my left ankle, and I couldn't run. I couldn't do the things I wanted to do. And me being a former athlete, I've done basketball, volleyball, track and field. I was a thrower, not a runner. But I knew that there was something else out there. So I started to search for seated cardio exercises. Could not find a routine, so I created routines. And here we are. Because I never could just find somebody that full on had an entire routine that you could actually do this. So I did become that. And thank you guys for just being here. Take your breather. Up next is, ooh, I love this one. Love this one. So you're going to start in the center. You're going to go out, in, up, down, okay? Out, in, up, down. Repeat that to yourself, all right? Then focus on speeding yourself up, okay? We got 1 minute. Let's go. So out, in, up, down, out, in, up, down. Let's go. We have under leg jacks coming in hot right up next. But a lot of people are always also asking me, how do I tone up my stomach? How do I do this? I'm gonna be real. Y'all, after losing over 280 pounds, I have a lot of excess skin, but I wear a lot of compression stuff. I am not today, so it's out there today. But that's what I do. But I've also used a lot of waist trainers, a lot of sweat waist belts. I've used that throughout the whole start of my journey because we have to kind of snatch ourselves back together. Take your breather. We have under leg jack up next, which is this right here, or doing this, all right? Perfect. But you have to also understand that when you're trying to tone up your belly, it's not going to happen overnight. I started in 2021, y'all, and I'm still flabby. But I will take my flab over being over 500 plus in a heartbeat. Let's do these under leg jacks, though. We got 1 minute starting now. Let's go. Because I literally remember not being able to take bubble baths. I remember having to ask for special seating when I would go to public restaurants, like a chair that you would like pull up to a table with no legs, especially when I go to my favorite Mexican restaurant, because I couldn't fit into patio furniture. And if I was losing circulation in my legs, bruising. Could not tell you the amount of furniture I actually sat on and broke at over 500 pounds. But best of all, your girl can travel now. I can fly in an airplane. I don't need a seatbelt extender. I can ride in my car and have space underneath my steering wheel. You name it, I can do it now. All because I've lost over 280 pounds. You can do this too. Just takes a little bit of work. Well, a lot of bit of work. Take your breather, but I know you can do it. Whew. All right, so we have cross ankle tap next, or cross shin, or cross knee. So those are your 3 options for this upcoming exercise, okay? We ready? We've got 1 minute. Let's go. Again, go at your own pace. I've been doing seated cardio for a long time. So it's okay if you can't keep up with me. Thank you, TikTok. Again, if you can't do ankle, go to shin. And if doing that's still a bit of a challenge, knee. You pick. You got this. We got this. Hopefully I'll get to see you guys tomorrow. It's so much easier. I promise. Perfect. Almost there, and breathe, baby. Up next is obliques. So we have knee to elbow, but again, coming from 500 plus, babe, I got you. Don't freak out. Can't do that yet. And I say yet because it's coming. Go into an oblique bend. Yes. No excuses over here. I got us. I got you. Let's get it. We got 1 minute. How we doing? And a lot of people think that I've already had my skin surgery. I've had that question already. I haven't. I don't have health insurance. So thank you for sending me stars. So basically, I will have to pay out of pocket to get my skin revision surgery in the event I ever go through with that. I will live with all the issues I have with it. Because at the end of the day, I'm not over 500 pounds anymore, and I can do so much more. So I love it. With all the stinking rashes and other issues, I'll take that 1,000,000 times over because I get to live with some extra skin. Take that breather. Whew. All right, we got battle ropes up next. So the way we're going to do that is, boom, baby. Now, if that becomes too difficult, just find a way, again, to keep your heart rate up and elevating, especially if you're just starting out. Like, I get it. It might be hard to finish some of these exercises, but that doesn't mean you can't move. You can do this. We got 1 minute. Let's go. Now, I don't know if y'all know or if y'all have been on recently, but I will be in Colorado Springs next Friday for a meet and greet from 4 to 6 p.m. at Life Chapel. The venue is already paid for. Everything's already taken care of. You just got to show up. I actually didn't even think about food or refreshments. That just hit my mind. So if y'all want food or refreshments, eat before you come. Okay? Almost there. We're about to move into round 2 of 3. You guys are killing it tonight. Take that breather. Up next is jump ropes. But if you've never worked out with me on a Monday, I do the whole entire routine completely modified. So you see my easiest exercise the entire session. I also never, hardly ever, have leg engagement because I do have so many individuals who are, let's do a jump rope. We got 1 minute, let's go. But I do have a lot of individuals who have reached out to me and been like, oh my goodness, like I have mobility issues, or they have a situation where they are confined to a chair. So they're able to work out. So I do Mondays and I try my best to keep it to where they can work out too. Perfect. Now remember, if this exercise is too much, bounce, 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 baby. Good job. Thank you, TikTok. I see y'all coming in hot tonight. Up next is knee slicer. Take that breather. Make sure y'all staying hydrated, okay? All right, y'all. It is knee slice or slam time. I will break down modifications in this exercise too. We got 1 minute. Here's slicer. But if raising that knee is a challenge, baby, slam it out. Or if that's still too challenging, babe, do this. All right? You pick what works for you. Whatever works for you works for me, as long as you are giving me your best effort. It's all about effort over here, baby. There we go. Yes, if y'all haven't already, please hit that share button. Thank you. Good job. That's it. Breathe. We got taxis up next, guys. Y'all are killing it. If y'all don't know who I am, my name is Nataushia. A lot of people know me as the Seated Cardio Queen. I'm streaming on 3 platforms. I have Bookface under Nataushia Burke, TikTok, and YouTube. So in the event you ever miss a session, I got a recording. We got 1 minute. Taxi. That's down, out, up, in. So down, out, up, in. Down, out, up, in. Your own pace. That's why I say it is beginner friendly, low impact, and absolutely doable. I was not this fast when I first started doing seated cardio. And I definitely was not this coordinated. Not at all. Let's go. But listen, guys, I don't know what type of setbacks you have in life. I don't know what you're going through. But I know challenges can be scary. And they can almost put you on your bottom to where you don't want to get back up. But I promise, you are stronger. We are stronger than what we give ourselves credit for. So keep pushing. Keep grinding. And keep doing what you need to do. Because I promise it's going to pay off. Take your breather, baby. Just have a pure heart. Try to be positive. And it's hard to be positive when you feel like your whole world's falling into pieces, right? I get it. But I promise this life can be beautiful, but sometimes we got to work to make it that way because the enemy's always going to try and take it from us. But we got this. With God, all things are possible. Let's do these reaching steps, babe. We got 1 minute now. Now, I don't know if you are a believer or not, so I'm not trying to offend anybody. Anybody is welcome here. I promise. But all I ask is remain positive. Be encouraging. Don't be negative. Don't be mean. There's enough negativity in this nasty little world. Be a positive Patsy. We got this. Not a negative Nancy or Nathan. Whatever. Y'all know what I mean. Remember, step into challenge. Reach it out. Reach it out. Woo! How we feeling? Good work. There we go. Take that breather. Ooh. We got seated jog up next. Whew. You ready? You better be, because it's coming in about 5 seconds. So if y'all don't believe I've lost over 280 pounds, you can look at my arms and see it. You can also sometimes see my extra skin in my thighs. Like, this is extraness. So keep going. We got 1 minute. Seated jog starting now. But if this version of my seated jog is too challenging, baby, pump, pump, pump it up. I don't know why that just made me think of that song. If y'all know that song, you know my age. If you don't know my age, I am 33. And I love me some Joe Budden back in the day. Still do. Still get down to that song, actually. That is one of my favorite pop songs. I believe it was on the Fast and the Furious. Because I be racing in my little Toyota. Vroom, vroom. Let's go. Good job. Awesome work. You got it. And breathe. Woo. We got out and ups next. Y'all doing good? If you ain't, you about to be doing even better. Because guess what? It is out and up time. We about to die together today. Woo, Lord. So we got 1 minute. Let's go out, in, up, down, out, in, up, down, out, in, up, down. Go your own pace. Now, also, a lot of people will ask me, like, why do you have your arms out in front of you? Baby, if you can handle it, what it does is it helps increase your abdominal engagement in this particular exercise. That's why I like to have my arms out in front of me when I do certain seated exercises that don't involve using my arms, because it gives me a full body workout. Let's go. But maybe it's challenging, so drop them for a second and come back up, or whatever works for you. But breathe. Up next is one of my other favorite, they all my favorite exercises, except for like bikers. Absolutely hate doing bikers. And this is the underleg jack. Okay. But we're going to go on ahead and knock that bad boy out starting now. Welcome to Seated Cardio Challenge Wednesday. I am the Seated Cardio Queen. My name is Nataushia. You can find me on the Bookface account, the blue F, under Nataushia Burke account. So I had to create a whole new one. And here we are. And I'm also on YouTube under Nataushia Burke. And my name really is spelt with the alphabet. So don't freak out. I really have a U and an I in my entire name. My mama wanted to make sure my name was pronounced correctly, but guess what? Didn't work out that way. I remember being at state track meets and they would pronounce my name Nataushia. How do you get Nataushia out of Nataushia? But to each their own. Whew. Take a breather. I'm feeling it in my core because my core is sore, okay? But up next is cross ankle tap. All right, love bugs, it is cross ankle tap time. We're going to knock that out for 1 minute. Let's go. If you haven't already, please hit that share button. Thank you. So remember, if cross ankle is too much, go to cross shin. If that's still too much, guess what? Cross knee. But at your own pace. You got it. Obliques are next, I think. Yep. We got obliques coming in right up next. After we take a 20-second breather. In just a few seconds. Breathe. And a lot of people always usually ask me, like, why do you tap on your watch so much? What are you doing on your watch? Y'all, I time everything. So we exercise for 1 minute. Then we breathe for 20 seconds. This is high intensity interval training. So we have to stay on track. That's why I don't come up and chat. But we got this. Let's do these obliques. We got 1 minute. Let's go. So if raising your knees to your elbow is a challenge, don't forget. Side bend that baby out. This is something that I had to do. But listen, I usually say this, but when I was over 500 pounds, I could not get in the floor and do burpees. Could not do a sit-up. Could not do mountain climbers. Could not do push-ups. So you know what I did? I found modified ways to do the exercise. Modified push-ups. Modified mountain climbers. Modified sit-ups. Modified burpees. And you know what? Never had to get in the floor. Not one time when I did the modified exercises. But you know why I did that? Because I wanted to change my life. I didn't want to be over 500 pounds anymore. Whew, take a breather. So I'm just trying, what I'm trying to say though, is if you want weight loss bad enough, and you don't want to be over 500 pounds or 400 pounds or 300 pounds or 200 pounds or wherever pounds you are, understand that there is a way to get there. It's not going to happen overnight, just like we didn't gain weight overnight. But you can do this. We can do it. And we are going to do it because I believe in you. All right. But let's get into these battle ropes. We got 1 minute starting now. But I also want to take a second and apologize to you guys for almost quitting. Because after my main book-faced account got restricted to where I could not go live, I thought it was over. I thought I lost everything because I lost my income. But I know God's going to see that everything's going to work out. Like, I believe in God. So if you don't, I'm sorry. But I really am sorry for almost quitting because I thought that I lost it all. But I'm thankful that I thought of another way to make this happen so that I could have another account on that platform and hopefully work my way back up to where I was making what I was making, to where I don't have to get a real job again. I mean, I have one, but I would have to get another one on top of the one that I already have. So I'm sorry. Take a breather. I'm sorry for almost quitting on us. So if you ever have a situation that you feel like is going to defeat you, understand that it's not. There's always a way. Always a way. And I might get emotional because I really did almost not come. I really was already trying to find a job and all those other kinds of things. Let's do our jump rope. We got 1 minute starting now. Because I literally thought, man, this is it. I did seated cardio all of these years. And this is it. This is where it ends. Not realizing that there's always a way. And I'm thankful I had a backup account. And I'm thankful I could reset my password to get in that bad boy. But I'm also thankful for you guys, for those of you all that stuck through and have been here, that didn't tear me down in my process of going through all this, because some of them did. So thank you for showing up. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you for sharing this. But I am sorry from the bottom of my heart. But like, thank you for real. Now remember, if this one's too much, bounce. All right? Good. Thank you, guys. Take that breather. But whenever it comes to finances, whenever it comes to money, whenever it comes to my income, things like that scare me because I was making really decent money on that particular platform. I have been talking to the providers of that organization and have gotten nowhere to get my stuff back. Like, I cannot stream live on that platform, even though I have over 288,000 followers, which actually 287 because I lost several after all this happened. But it is time for us to do our knee slicer. Let's go. Because I lost at least, I want to say, 200 or 300 people after all of that happened. But I know, by the grace of God, everything's going to be okay. And thank you for sending me stars. Like, that's the only thing that I can get on that account right now is stars. Because I am not monetized in any other way. I can just get stars. But I wasn't doing well enough to focus on my TikTok or my YouTube accounts because I don't make nothing over here because I can't figure it out. So I was like, I'm just going to give up. Don't ever give up. Please don't ever give up. I've always said, find out for once what it feels like not to give up on yourself. And look at me, almost giving up. Keep pushing. You got it. Take your breather. And I know I'm not perfect. I'm 100% human. I have my flaws. But I also know I have a pure heart. And I know I want to see the world change. Like, I've already changed so many lives. And I'm not saying it to be conceited, but I'm saying it because it's true. I have so many people that's been in my inbox or in my comment section. Let's move into our tapsies. We got 1 minute starting now. That's down, out, up, in, down, out, up, in. But I've had so many people just tell me, like, because of you, I can do this. Like, I got a Snapchat today from Grace, and she was like, look at me. I can fit in these stadium seats. Y'all, those are the best non-scale victories. And I want people that have never had that to get that. Like, that's what I'm, like, kind of here for. I might not be making money right now on what I'm doing, but I know God's going to provide. And I know that He will make everything work out. So I'm going to show up. I might show up with tears in my eyes some days because I am human. But I know it's all going to work out. Because I know someone else is going to pick up on what I'm putting down. And you can't put any monetary value on non-scale victories, in my opinion. Like, I love it. Thank you for the stars. Take your breather. But I absolutely love help you guys. Because it does make me feel good. It does make me feel like I'm doing what I need to do in this world. Even though I'm just a 33-year-old girl from Kentucky that's lost over 280 pounds. And all I'm doing is trying to freely share what I have the knowledge on. Let's go ahead and move into our reach and step, starting now. And I know some of y'all probably see my post. I've already taken them down. But I'm sure some of y'all seen my post where I was going to charge for Zoom. But that's because I dropped $150 on Zoom Pro so that we could do Zoom sessions, because I can't do a live Zoom session in 40 minutes. So I had to pay to get Pro to do more than a 40-minute session. So I was going to charge for the first half and then drop the fee. And I had so many people that got upset with me, and they were like, you said you're always going to keep it free, not realizing that I'd lost my income from my main source. But you know what? I'm going to do this, and I'm going to get my following back up, and it's all going to be okay, because I'm not going to give up this time. Breathe. But again, I'm sorry. Like, really sorry. But I'm here. And we are going to get through this hurdle together, just like we've gotten through all the other hurdles that I've had to go through. And if you've been on my journey and know my story, you know how many hurdles that I've had to jump and cross over. Let's jog. We got 1 minute. Starting now. Because y'all know my little story's been a game changer. Every other month, it seems like something new's happening. But it's worth it because everything that does not kill us will certainly make us stronger. It might suck. It might be painful. But we always get to the other side as long as we stay pushing. That's one thing that I'm starting to learn even more. More than what I want to learn sometimes. But it's worth it. And you're worth it. We are worth it. Remember, if this is too much, pump, 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 pump. Good job. Now, I do all-inclusive routine breather because I understand what it's like to exercise and be overweight. I understand what it's like to want to exercise and be injured. So if you want it bad enough, it's in front of you. But you also have to take into consideration, sometimes you got to change how you eat, how you sleep, how you drink, how you live, your whole lifestyle. We're going to go ahead and move into out and ups. We have 1 minute. Starting now. So out, in, up, down, out, in, up, down. All right, your own pace. But also a lot of people are like, how did you lose over 280 pounds? So I'm going to give you a quick synopsis, rundown, whatever, of my story. Back in 2021, I started to finally work on my weight. I changed how I ate. I basically went low carb, high protein because I have PCOS. I am insulin resistant. I have all of the things that will not allow my body to break down carbohydrates like a normal person's. So I had tried to get weight loss surgery numerous times and I was denied because my insurance company said that it was cosmetic, even though it was deemed medically necessary because they found precancerous cells in my uterus. So everybody's like, if you don't lose weight, all my doctors were like, if you don't lose weight, you're going to get cancer. Take your breather. So I was denied, I think it was 7 or 8 times, and then COVID hit, and then I applied for the temporary COVID insurance in the state of Kentucky. So in May of 2021, I went to my first consultation. My doctor was able to pull up all my former weigh-ins with my other physician to prove that I could lose weight. We're moving into our under leg jacks. We have 1 minute starting now. So I was finally approved. Well, that was in May 2021. June 30th, 2021, my insurance coverage terminated. Like it terminated. So I find this out 2 weeks before June the 30th. Mind you, all I had to do is have one more weigh-in and my EGD, cardiac clearance, and my psychiatric clearance. Well, I called my surgeon's office in Danville, Kentucky at the time. I was like, hey, my services are going to be expiring on June 30th. Can I still get this procedure? They literally said no, and they would not help me in any way. I was supposed to go to Florida on vacation, and my friend at the time, she was like, Nataushia, stay in Kentucky, cancel your vacation, and schedule your own appointments. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do that. Take your breather. So I canceled my whole entire vacation to Florida with my friend at the time. And I stayed in Kentucky. And I was on the phone crying to all these doctors' offices. I was like, hey, can I please get this done? Like, my insurance is running out on the 30th. I've been denied all these times. Like, I really want this. Like, I'll do whatever I need to. My therapist, because I was seeing a therapist because of my mental reasons, and she wrote me off. She's like, you got this. We're going to move on into our cross ankle tap. We've got 1 minute starting now. So she wrote me my psychiatric clearance. And then I finally got my EGD. The same day I had my EGD, that's where they do a scope down your esophagus and all that fun stuff. It's not fun, just so you know. Your throat's sore afterwards. But they did my EGD the same day I had my cardiac clearance. So I was under anesthesia early that morning. My mama took me. Shout out to her. And then later that evening, around noon, I had my cardiac clearance. So I go for my final weigh-in. My surgeon looked at me and he was like, you're going to have to lose more weight before I do this procedure. Mind you, this is like June 27th. Can't do that. You're going to do shin or knee. You pick. But he was like, you're going to have to lose more weight. I was like, well, then there's no way I'm getting this procedure. So he leaves me in my room. Take your breather. And I was like right behind the secretary's desk, but he goes up. Mind you, I thought I already had my surgery scheduled. He goes up and he's talking to the secretary. He was like, can we get her scheduled for surgery? He didn't even know I was scheduled for surgery. So I go through, do my process. He was like, all right, go back, lay on the bed. Let me feel your stomach. So he's feeling on me. We're going on into our obliques. We have 1 minute starting now. So he feels on my stomach, pressing on me and stuff. He was like, all right. He was like, I'm not going to do the bypass. I'm not going to do anything but the sleeve on you, which praise God, because that's all that I wanted. I'm honestly scared of the bypass and all the other ones. All I wanted was the sleeve. So I go in, surgery day. They tell me my insurance denies me again. Kid you not. I had a heck of a time. But anyways, I ended up getting my procedure. I was exactly 440 pounds on June 30th, 2021. I continued to change my lifestyle. I continued to watch what I ate. I did low carb, low sugar, high protein. I don't track my calories. I don't track my sodium. Just those three that I mentioned. Obviously, I've kept my exercise up. I keep my water intake pretty well. Take your breather. And that's how I've lost over 280 pounds because I've used my tool. I've also added in weight loss supplements. Since June 25th of this year, I've lost 37 pounds just using my weight loss supplements that I also distribute. But I'm just here to say, like, it takes work. The weight's not going to come off on its own as much as we would like for it to. Let's do our battle ropes. We have 1 minute. Starting now. But I had a heck of a time trying to get to where I'm at. I have had hurdle after hurdle that I have had to clear by myself. And the more that I think and reflect on it, it's like, man, I hope this next hurdle comes like 10 years down the road or something. Like, that's where I'm at right now. I just want to breathe for a second. But if you want it, do it. But understand that it does take work. Even if you get the surgery, you don't have to have surgery to lose weight. It is a tool. And if you don't use the tool properly, it's not going to work for you. I can easily gain my weight back if I don't eat how I'm supposed to, if I don't exercise, if I don't do what I need to, I can easily get back to being over 500 pounds again. Trust me. Weight loss is possible. Take your breather. We'll catch your breath for a second. We are going to go ahead and take our left arm, pull it across our body. All right? But a lot of times I'm also asked, like Nataushia, how do you stay so motivated? How do you always do it? Sometimes I think it's because of how hard of a time that I had. But there's also days I don't want to get up. I don't want to exercise. I don't want to eat right. But I also know I don't want to get back to a point where I can't fly on an airplane. I don't want to get back to a point where I'm breaking furniture again. Let's switch sides. Because I've broken beds, I've broken chairs, I have broken so many things. I have been at work in front of clients when I had a job and flattened a chair in front of my clients and coworkers and been laughed at. Like, I've broken my brother's bed just simply by sitting on it, trying to learn how to play like a game system. Like, it was a brand new bed. I'll never forget it. I broke my friend Rumby's bed whenever I sat on her bed. So it's like, I don't want to get back to that. But we're going to pull our left arm in behind our head. If you can't do it like this, you're going to interlock your hands and do this, all right? Let's go. But I know if I don't stay doing what I need to do, I'm going to get back to where I started, and I don't want that. You don't want that. You don't deserve that. And people are like, but that's so hard. It is hard, but it is worth it because you're worth it. You've always been worth it. And I hope that you realize that the scale will never, ever dictate your worth. Let's switch sides. Because I literally used to think that the number that would pop up on my scale would dictate how much I deserve to be loved or how much I didn't deserve to be loved because I used to be over 500 pounds. Understand you are more than worthy no matter what size you are. All right, go ahead and extend your right leg out in front of you, toes facing the sky, left foot on the floor, knee bent. Arms down. We are going to walk our way down. So you're going to walk your way down.